Hey guys, welcome to Gardening Upbeat and I hope you are doing very well. This video is all about 30 of the best winter flowering plants that we can start growing from September onwards. Actually, there are way too many winter flowering plants and I will do a part 2 video very soon including 20 to 25 more plants. Making two parts so that I can complete the video within some limited time, as I believe many of you don't prefer watching a very long video. Alright, so let's start the list now. On number 1 we have one of the most popular plants, which is the petunia. They comes in many different colors and you can grow either the single petaled petunia or even double one as well. On second, we have again one of the most popular plants, which is marigold. In winter, we can grow two different varieties very easily. The first one is African marigold and second one is French marigold. But in summer, it's better to grow only the French marigold variety. Before going further, I would like to inform you that I grew all the plants myself, and some are from seeds and some are from seedling stage. I also have detailed videos on most of the plants, that means full info from seeds to flower. And for the other plants, I would upload the videos within September. On third, this is again very popular flowering plant and it's known as chrysanthemum. Very beautiful flowers as we can see, and if you have less space or even if you want to use very small pot, then you can grow the chrysanthemum very easily. On fourth, we have dianthus. There are many varieties of dianthus, and the variety whatever you are looking right now, it's known as dianthus sweet William. On fifth, we have geranium. Geraniums need somewhat more care, and please be careful while watering. On number 6, we have the Gerbera daisy. The best thing about Gerbera daisy is that they bloom throughout the whole year and we can expect the flowers even in summer as well. On number 7, we have Asiatic lily or lilium. They are grown from the bulbs similar to the one you are looking right now. Gladiolus is the next plant and they are also very beautiful. They are grown from combs similar to the one you are looking right now. If you are thinking about growing gladiolus, then please plant the combs immediately, as they are going to take quite a long time to bloom. On number 9, we have pansy. Last year I grew one very rare variety, and which was the black color. I bought the seeds from seeds and pots. Next plant is cineraria. Extremely beautiful, and please note that whenever you grow the cineraria, please keep them only in bright area. At the time of blooming, they are not going to tolerate the direct sunlight. On number 11, we have carnation. It's a species of dianthus and that's why flowers look similar. You can grow either the taller variety of carnation or even the drop variety similar to the one you are looking right now. Hollyhock is the next plant and they are also very easy to grow from the seeds. But if you have less space at your home, then please go for only the drop variety of hollyhocks. Even though my plant was quite taller, I used only 18-inch pot for them and they did quite well last year. On number 13, we have salvia. They also come in many different colors and a very easy and hardy plant. Anybody would be able to grow the salvia very easily at their home. On number 14, we have kalanchoe. Very beautiful and they are succulent, that's why please be very careful while watering. Before they produce any buds, we can provide them whole day of sunlight, but as soon as we see that they are about to flower, then please keep the plant only in bright area. Too much direct sunlight is going to trouble the petals of the blooms, and that time bright light is enough. Dahlia is the next plant and it's one of my favorite flowers. Last year I grew lots of plants and I am so glad that they did really very well. Like many other plants, you can grow the either drop variety of dahlias or even the taller variety. The taller variety, the one whatever you are looking right now, is grown from the tubers, and the drop variety we can grow from the seeds. Please also note that we can grow the both varieties of dahlias from cuttings very easily. The next plant is verbena. On number 17 we have calendula. They almost look similar to the marigold and that's why they are also known as pot marigold. Easy to grow and very hardy plant. Phlox is the next plant and plus point of phlox is they have very sweet fragrant. They also spread very well and that's why if you have some more space in your garden then you can grow the phlox and eventually they are going to cover the entire space. On number 19 we have gazania. Again one very hardy plant and they actually prefer sandy type soil. They also spread well similar to the phlox. On number 20 we have impatiens. I would say that they are somewhat difficult to maintain as they die very quickly with little bit of more or less water. Elysium is the next plant and they also spread really very well. They are also one of the best plants for hanging basket. On number 22nd we have Antirrhinum or snapdragon. On 23rd we have Aster. Aster needs lots of direct sunlight to bloom well and that's why please try to provide them minimum 5 to 6 hours of direct sunlight. On number 24 we have celosia. Many people also call them as calosia as well and even though they are grown as winter flowering plant we can also grow them in summer. Very bright and colorful blooms as we can see. On number 25 we have ice plant or mesembryanthemum. Very attractive flowers as we can see but please note that they are succulent and that's why please be very careful while watering. They are also one of the best plants for ground cover. On number 26 we have erysimum. This is somewhat unique flowers and I believe this plant is new for many of you. They are almost similar to the stock plant and they bloom only once per season. On number 27 we have stock. Like you have seen already, stock looks almost similar to the erysimum. And similar to the erysimum, stock plants also bloom only once per season. Acroclinium is the next plant and the most interesting thing about acroclinium is the bloom lasts for many more days. In many cases we can expect the bloom to last for more than 45 days and this is really something unique thing about acroclinium. On number 29 we have balloon flower. Very attractive color as we can see and even though they are grown as winter flowering plant they also bloom in summer. Of course it's going to depend on the temperature in your place. Finally, the last plant on our list of 30 best winter flowering plants is the nasturtium. The blooms and leaves are edible and many people use them in salad and many other things. Very attractive and beautiful flowers as we can see. So guys, these are the 30 of the best winter flowering plants that you can start growing from September end onwards. If you have been planning for a colorful garden, then please go ahead and grow as many plants as you can. Like I said before, there are many more winter flowering plants and very soon I would upload the part 2. I hope you found this video useful and if you did, I would really appreciate if you give it a like, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel if you are new to Gardening Upbeat. Thank you very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Have a great time and enjoy.